I will ask the panelists to just share any final, just a final kind of advice to anyone looking to raise business capital or thoughts on your organizations that you represent. And just 30 seconds or so. And I think Reggie wants to start.
Sorry. I just wanted to make a comment regarding this business of raising equity capital. I think it's important to recognize that when you go out to raise equity capital, you're not just looking at the dollars. You have to look at the person that is actually investing in the company, because what's sometimes more important than the actual money is the actual experience and the guidance that the person can provide. And so you may have an investor who has long-standing experience in a certain industry that can bring a certain amount of expertise as well as relationships to help you be successful. So I think that's very important to understand that you can discriminate between different type of equity investors based on what you're trying to accomplish. In other words, the value of that investor is much higher than another one that doesn't have that kind of background.
I just wanted to say, not to burst anybody's bubble, but the fact of the matter is not everyone's business will be suited for equity capital investors. The reality is that we hear that Jamaicans are very entrepreneurial, which is true. The statistics show that. Unfortunately, a lot of our entrepreneurs are necessity-driven entrepreneurs because we don't have enough opportunities for employment. Persons go out and, do a thing. That's basically it. No, the kind of entrepreneur, however, that is really suited and an equity investor would be looking at is one who wants to do more than just do a thing. These are opportunity-driven entrepreneurs. You have an idea. You have whether it's a tech idea or agricultural idea, whatever it is, whatever sector, you have an idea that you think will move, is really high potential. And that's the kind of investment that an equity investor would be looking for. So it is, the earlier question about, what would a startup look at? You really have to be really critical and get some proper advice as to whether or not your business is really suited for an equity investor, or whether you should be going to microfinance, or whether or not you should be speaking, with, maybe a family member as a co-investor, but not the kind of investor that a venture capitalist would be looking at.
I really would like to take the opportunity of encouraging small, medium enterprises to look to the market to raise capital. There are quite a number of good Jamaican companies that I think can expand and should expand utilizing the market. It's not a lot to give up in terms of getting others as shareholders in your business in order to gain at the back end. So I feel that we should be looking at this. We should be looking at the government's concessions that is right now available to many small and medium-sized companies in terms of the tax concession, the 10-year tax holiday on the junior market for companies who come to the market list. That's significant. That will allow for some breathing room for companies to grow, for companies to compete also with their Caribbean neighbors and with the other countries in the world. I think it is really a good time. We have a window of opportunity and we should explore it. I feel that all persons should come, ask the stock exchange for further information, let us guide you through the process. And I think that will be a win-win for the companies and for Jamaica at large.
Thank you very much. And my parting advice or thoughts would be that if you are thinking of a business idea and you have a business and you need capital, you should talk to people. It's very important to speak to someone who's either done it before or who is knowledgeable on how to do it. It doesn't make sense spinning your wheels or getting depressed or overwhelmed. And so one such avenue really is Katalyst. We're here to help.